This is WFM 97.2.
Please put your hands together for the two special men of the evening, the red and blue of Manchester. From the red half, Mr. Alan Keegan. And from the champions of the Premier League, Mr. Danny Claffey.
All we have to say, ladies and gentlemen, is 19 times. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not turn it into politics. On behalf of myself and Danny, we want to say a massive big thank you to each and every one of you for coming down tonight. There's so many people. Hopefully we'll get through and have a chance to speak to each and every one of you. It's always very dangerous if you start naming names and going into sort of thank yous to particular people, but I do want to say a special thank you to my mum and Jim who are here tonight. Okay, my mum's 90 in November and she's here tonight. Danny's going to say hello to his family in a moment. We've also got friends from all over the world, from such faraway places as Northern Ireland. The Carrie Duff supporters are here. Sorry, Dan. We also have friends from years and years ago, and we've got a young lady here tonight called Joyce Riley, who worked with me many, many years ago. And I can tell you one thing, if she ever wanted to, Joyce has got a book in her as well. I'm not sure you'd want to look at and read it, but it'd make interesting reading for some people. We're going to do a little presentation. We're going to talk about the book in certain ways and the pictures. It's been a real labour of... Can you hear us down there? Thank you, Andrew. It's been a real labour of love for Danny and I, and I think we've certainly brought our skills together. For those of you who don't know Danny, Danny's been the photographer of the Irish Post for nearly 30 years. He doesn't look old enough, but he nearly has worked for the Irish Post. Our friendship was bonded in this very club. We first met properly here. He knew me, I knew him, but I can honestly say that when the Irish Club was celebrating its 21st year, we met because Danny started off on, I suppose, what was the photography career, and I was here as a young brown-haired DJ trying to make the grade. And I'll say this club has been fantastic to both of us, and thank you to Chris O'Connor, to Andrew and all his committee for allowing us to do the presentation and to have the launch here tonight. As well as that, going back to the book, it is a labour of love. There's people in the room tonight who've supplied us with photographs, and that's my side of it. Danny's collection is without doubt an exclusive, exquisite collection of photographs of the social integration of the Irish here in this brilliant city of ours, the greatest city in the world as far as we're concerned. And his collection is without doubt a treasure trove, and it is unbelievable. Danny selected some brilliant pictures to incorporate in the book. We also want to thank the people who contributed. We've got Rose Morris, we've got Joe Casserly, who did a special tribute, particularly to other special guests who are here tonight, and some of you will know them, if not by the facial appearance tonight, you'll know them by name, and that's Margaret and Tommy Casserly who are here tonight. They are legends as well, and they're in the corner, so we want to thank them. I'd also like to thank the Connell family. I don't know if they're here tonight, but Jim and Barry and the Connells, because the first chapter is dedicated to the Shorrocks. Is there anybody old enough in the room tonight to remember the Shorrocks? Girls, you don't look old enough. They don't look old enough, but we've dedicated the first chapter to the Shorrocks. There's loads of memories, people here tonight like Jim Christie. If you lived in Withington 20 or 30 years ago and you needed a driving instructor, they're all nodding here. Jim Christie was the man who taught you how to drive and to pass your driving test. It wasn't just doing a quick kill, so he is responsible for a lot of people who are on the roads tonight. We want to thank the Hennigans because they've done a fantastic job, not just with this book on the support side, particularly for me as well as Danny, but on the previous two, and we do appreciate that, both to Tony and Lawrence, and I think they're down there, so thank you very much indeed. We could go around the room and thank everybody. We've been on the radio today with Justin on BBC Radio Manchester, and the one thing we did say was that if you're not in the book, you'll know someone who is, because it's that type of sort of archive where it's just a little treasure treasure trove, and it's something that you will have a great memory of, because there's people in it who unfortunately are no longer with us, but also there's people in it who you'll know, or friends or family. And we're going to tell you a few stories as we go on tonight, particularly with the Shorrock. So, Danny, you got a few words?
No, it's so hard to get a word in with the gob of Old Trafford, as we all know him. No, it's just fantastic to see so many people here tonight. We're dead pleased. We had no idea would it be a feast or a famine, and it looks like it's going to be a feast.
Can we just say once again a sincere thank you, in particular to all the family who helped out tonight, both on Danny's side and on my side, Sean and Hannah. We do appreciate it, and enjoy the rest of the night. We've got a great night of entertainment. Thank you to the Irish Club who've helped us this evening, and I'll hand over to my collaborator Danny to have the final word. Thank you.
Thank you. It's just to say, same as what Alan just said, thank you very much everybody, most sincerely, for coming down here tonight. We appreciate it. We need the money. But no, it's been a bit of a labour of love, and we've enjoyed doing it, and I hope you enjoy the book. And if you don't, we'll bring another one out in 5 years' time. So thank you very much, and thank you very much to Chris and the committee of the Irish Club here for letting us hold this here tonight. Thank you very much.
I'm down here with James Keegan at the Irish Club in Sholton. James, you've in the book that we've just witnessed on the screen there, from a very young age you started dancing. Tell us a little bit about your career so far.
Well, you can see from the book how young I started, and started at the Lally School. There's a piece in the book about my teacher Eileen Lally and how well established they became over the years in Manchester, and just worked my way up competing, and I was fortunate enough to do well, and the better I do, the more my mum and dad would bring me around the world basically, and bring me to competitions.
You must be proud of the heritage from what your family have done. Come over to Manchester, and then you've got loads of trophies and awards, haven't you?
Yeah.
And one thing, Riverdance.
Yeah.
You did that, didn't you?
Yeah, well, Lord of the Dance. I'm still a member of Lord of the Dance, yeah. So,
really? And you've got your own school of dancing as well. That is held in, is it the Chorlton?
That's at the Chorlton Irish Club, yeah, which it's funny really, because this is where we started. Louise, my eldest sister, and myself, we danced here with Eileen Lally for many years. This is where I've learned the trade, so to speak. So to be back here now teaching, it's just funny the way, like the circle of life, the way it's really nice to be back in here showing kids what we did. What
age, James, do you start off with pupils really in the school? What age do you take them in?
For about 3.5, 4 upwards, that's when I started, 4 years old. But I mean, we have plenty of children getting in touch who are 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. We have an adult class. Some adults come and they've never danced before. They've not even got any Irish connections. So literally anybody, which is nice to see, because there's such an interest for it and such a demand for it.
If somebody wanted to get involved, then how would they do that? Where can they get more information from on telephone number?
Well, you can just email us. It's info@Keegan Academy Irish Dancing. Get in touch with the club here. The club's website here at the Chorlton Irish Club. There's plenty of info on there, numbers, the email, like I just said. So yeah, we'd be happy to see anyone down and keep it going for the next generation.
Before you go, James, what's next for you?
Next for me is just keep trying to build this dancing school and do more and more teaching. And as I said, I'm still on tour with Lord of the Dance. Not doing as much now, but I do the odd bits here and there. So it's just keep going and dance as long as I can, to be honest, because it's what I've always done. So try and keep it going another while.
James, thank you for talking to us on Wythenshawe FM today.
No problem.
We're down at the Chorlton Irish Club with Alan Keegan and Danny Claffey, and you've just published a book. Is it your third one up?
Yeah, it's the third collaboration. I mean, it's all part of the Irish Manchester theme, and it's something that we probably started, well, it would be 10 years ago actually, from the foundation of getting the idea and getting it up and running. And Irish Manchester Revisited is a collaboration between myself and Danny, bringing what we consider some different types of skills and different styles towards what we think is going to be a nice book for the Irish community.
Has it been kind of a collective thing, but both of you had an input in this, or is it just...
Oh no, we both had a full input into it. We sat down together and spoke to each other and said, are we going to go the same route? And you have to sort of go a bit of the semi-same route, because we think like sports, the social dances, whatever. So we've kept the same format, but obviously we got new thousands more, or hundreds more new pictures, and also but there's a bit more reading in this time. We got people to give us anecdotes and things about, say, such as like the Granger girls, the Irish dancing, the sports, which Alan did a special thing about St Anne's GAA club, and just general happy-go-lucky. If you're in it, you're in it. If you're not, you know somebody who's in it.
That's right. I'm just wondering, is it for everybody that hasn't got Irish connections?
Well, the way we look at the book is this. Obviously, the main thread of the theme would be an Irish connection. It's called Irish Manchester. But one of the things that we're quite proud of is that, even if you're not Irish or, you've not got an Irish connection, we do believe that there'll be somebody, a friend of a friend who you know in this book, because the Irish connection in Manchester is so big, particularly when you look at areas like Wythenshawe, the sort of progressive development of Wythenshawe over the years, particularly after the war, then, there's a big Irish contingent there. Now, they might not necessarily be first generation Irish, but, we were saying today on another radio interview that it's the type of book that a lot of people would get a lot of pleasure out of, because they'll see maybe some Irish bands that they may not well have known, but they've seen perform. They'll also see, we've done a category of pubs and clubs, so they'll know the venues, so there's an interest there, albeit, it's an Irish thread, as Danny said, and it's got that theme to it. There's always what we like to consider a friend of a friend.
About a couple of minutes ago, I signed a book for a fella called Sven. I said, where are you from? He said, he's from Denmark. So I don't know why he's bought the book, but if I must try and find him in the crowd there and just see why.
There's lots of great stories like that, because when we did the presentation earlier on tonight at the lunch, there was a picture that we were given from the Shorrocks Irish Club.
And that's what you start the book with, isn't it? Shorrocks.
Yeah, because we think sort of, from a chronological point of view, there's sort of some of the oldest pictures we've got, we're talking very, very early 50s, 1952 I think the club opened, but there's lots of beautiful girls there. We did a lot of sort of beauty contests and different themes like that with the Shorrocks. Obviously, we've obtained the photographs of the owners, the Connell family, who Mrs. Connell's now moved back to Galway, and she must be in her 80s, but yet she had this suitcase of photographs. So it's that sort of story that Danny and I have told. Danny obviously has been the photographer for the Irish Postman with 30 years, so you can imagine his collection. He doesn't really need to.
You must have a really good collection of not only families but associations in Manchester as well.
Yeah, I mean, whatever's been on in Manchester for the last 29 years, if it's Irish, the odds are I was there. And for some reason, when I first started it, I decided to catalogue everything, and for no particular reason. And even every little notebook that I write down, if I go to a do, write down left to right, Mary, Paddy and Mickey, whatever. I've kept every single book at one of those books, so I can match those to any negative and tell you what day, what year, where it was, and who's in every picture.
That's amazing.
Organisation, it's everything.
Yeah.
In any walk of life, but particularly when you're sort of keeping an archive of photographs, even your family stuff, where you might think, yeah, I'll know who it is, I know where it was. But I think what we've learned, and particularly Danny, because he is Mr. Organised, but even from my point of view, from an archiving point of view, I do it now with my family photographs. I still put who's in it, where it was, when it was, because it might not always be me that's looking at that. So it could be your children or your grandchildren.
And I know you said in with some of the photographs in the book, it's been quite difficult to put names to it, but you've got help from other people. And like you say, you've got to index everything, haven't you? It's a bit like a family tree, isn't it?
It is like a family tree. I mean, Danny said there about his organisational skills as regards to keeping a catalogue, but some of the beautiful stories that you get like tonight, where we had these group of girls at the Shorrocks, well actually I think it was the Ardree, and one of the daughters of the mothers got in touch with Danny on Facebook and said, wow, that's me mum, and it's just those little stories that have come out of it. One lad who's here tonight, and he'd be good to talk to, a lad called Tommy Golden. Well, Danny obtained a photograph of Jed Stenson, who we both know, and I apologise to the listener because obviously they're just names, but the Stenson family supplied this picture of 5 or 6 men working in the mines. Now, Tommy Golden's dad is in that picture, so he's come tonight and he's dead pleased, and it's that little bit of history and that jigsaw of the Irish community.
That photograph you're talking about, was it in the Manchester Evening News recently?
Yes, it was. Yeah, and we got a great response from that.
So anybody that's seen the Evening News would recognise that photograph.
Definitely.
Yeah. And all the fellas that died. In fact, Mr. Stenson was the last one to die.
I think the first picture that we see, first 2 pictures that we see, is of you both on christening day, and I remember you saying you had brown hair.
Yeah, brown mousy hair.
Where's it all gone?
Yeah,
is it just doing all these stories?
Yeah. It's from following Manchester United.
this season.
Well, that's the other thing.
Last season.
City and United, you've kind of got on well together, and that's the good thing about sport, and also the rivalry between the two clubs. You can come together as fans and people, really.
Yeah, well, we mentioned in the introduction, I mean, we have a lot to thank this particular social club, the Charlton Irish Club, for, because it probably bonded our friendship, because Danny...
It's where we met.
Yes, it's where we met. Danny was taking pictures that day. I was DJing as part of the entertainment. Never worked here before. They had a big marquee in the car park. Danny introduced himself to me. We've always got on ever since that. We've always had a good laugh. Danny's always been a big blue. I've always been a red. And that sort of banter with us, you know, Danny's brilliant though. He gets everyone going on the Facebook and text messages, sending out, you know, all sorts of shenanigans. But no, it's great. And like, you know, it's all part of our friendship. And going back to the pictures that you mentioned with the well, it was my christening day and just a few weeks around yours, wasn't it? But I mean, they're just classic pictures, aren't they? They tell a story. You know, my sister's in the book, but on the day of the christening, she was wearing her slippers. But for the photograph, she put her slippers at the side of the path and put her high heels on. It was that sort of thing. But we've left them in the picture, the slippers, that are at the side of the footpath.
So where can people get this book from?
Most bookshops, as far as I know, from today, which is the 15th of March. Waterstones, or the easiest way to get it nowadays, Amazon, and I think Amazon sell it a bit cheaper. So
yeah, I mean, we are doing, depending on when this goes out, we're doing a signing on the 23rd of April at Waterstones in the Arndale Centre. We'll be there from 12 till 2. So, you know, you can obtain it that way. And from all good bookshops, some of the local venues will be selling it. The Charlton Irish Club have offered to sell it, and some of your colleagues on the radio have offered to sell it. So, you know, it'll be available.
Okay, so what's next for you? After a third book, there's got to be another one, follow-up after this. What is it going to be?
Well, I know Danny's got a view on this, and I know from the guidance that Danny's taken with the book, we've always been conscious never to go too recent, if that makes sense. We've always wanted to sort of have that historical complement, which Danny's always been very keen to maintain that. Obviously, a few photographs slipping, like there was one there tonight from 2005, which was an award that the Parlour got given, which no longer broadcasts. So we thought it was justified putting that in because, you know, when you think about it, it's nearly 10 years ago. And we thought there's a few like that we've put in, but generally speaking, so it's that historical sort of map that Danny's been very keen on, that we didn't cross over. I think that's right, isn't it, Dan?
Yeah. I mean, from what we've used now over the last, well, from my photographs, last 29 years, but we have got older photographs which other people have given us. But I've only used a minute fraction of what I've got. You know, I've just picked out certain ones. I get them on the computer. Oh yeah, that one, use that one, use that one, use that one. And but I've got God knows how many thousands more I could do. 50 books, but, you know, but I think every 4 or 5 years is enough to, you know, other people would say, oh, not another one. But for the last 2 or 3 years, people say, oh, when's the next one coming out? When's the next one coming out? So we thought, well, okay, we'll do it.
And it must be a tribute to yourselves, because it's a huge success with all the books, and especially this one as well. I mean, you've got to look at the turnout tonight. It's been absolutely amazing for you.
We're delighted with it. I mean, obviously, thanks to people like yourselves on Wfm and the publicity and promotion we've had. You mentioned the evening news there a few minutes ago. You know, our friends in the media have been very good to us. I mean, we go back a long way, both of us, and, you know, we've tried to sort of deliver what we consider a good product, for want of a better word, and people have had the confidence to promote that for us. Hence, you know, people like yourself, Dave, and other people in broadcasting and in the media. So we're thankful for that. But the turnout tonight's been amazing. I mean, if you had a look at the car park, it's absolutely packed. Yeah, they've had to park up and down the road. So, you know, it's been wedged tonight.
I'm going to thank you two chaps for joining us and talking to us on Wythenshawe FM today.
Thanks very much, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Thank you.
Dave, it's a pleasure, and for myself and Danny, thank you very much indeed, and we wish everybody a very happy St. Patrick's celebration on Wythenshawe FM.
Oh
Irish Market in Albert Square here in Manchester, just for the festival that's going on. Yeah, John from Dublin.
Can you tell me the things you're selling, which are the best sellers?
Yeah, just all novelty Irish items, like the hats, the badges, you know, the kids stuff. Just the novelty items, basically, yeah.
What's been the most popular?
These big hats here seem to be leprechaun hats, yeah.
Thanks very much.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, thank you.
Mary Walsh.
And where are you from?
Rochdale. I come here every year.
And what do you like about the event?
Oh, everything. Parade, best of all.
Where do you come from in Ireland?
County Meath, Kells.
When you're missing Ireland, does it help being here today?
Back all the memories, yes.
Apart from the parade, what else will you be doing today?
Well, we've just been buying. We'll go home now and have a Patrick's Day dinner when parade is over. And that's it then.
And may I ask how old you are?
88.
Now, I'm Bridie, and I'm from County Galway. As you can see, Milltown in County Galway.
Enjoying the build-up to the parade?
Oh, very nice, and a beautiful day. It's lovely.
So you got grandchildren here?
Yes, quite a few of them here, and there's a little one. Yes, well, I've got... How many of you's here? Come on, kids, count quick.
1, 2, 3...
Well, there were 7 altogether. The other 2 are in the parade. The other one's in the parade, walking with the Irish Football Club from St Mary's.
First time to the festival?
Oh, no. We come every year. Since it started, we've been coming every year, so we've enjoyed it every year. Not always as nice and bright as this, but we've been here.
Hi, my name's Alison Donnelly and I'm from Radcliffe, but Irish for the day as well.
Are these your 3 boys?
Yeah, my 3 sons, and we're all very excited today, getting up early this morning and coming in for the parade. They love it.
Yeah, we're Irish. Yeah, Irish for the day, it says, yeah. Can you tell me their outfits?
Yeah, they've got Niles wearing his little hat with bells on that his auntie sent over from Dublin, and we've painted his face. They've all got the Wexford jerseys on that their auntie sent over from Wexford for them, and Finn's got his hat with bobbles on, and they've all got the faces painted, so they're all giddy today.
Yeah, enjoy the parade.
Thank you very much.
Can't be far away.
My name's Vincent Fahey. Always lived in Wythenshawe, 63 years. My mum and dad are from Limerick and Tipperary. My wife's Cavan, and my children, Lucinda and Sean, used to Irish dance in the British Nationals and national champions. And also my son danced with Michael Flatley in Taiwan 3 years ago in a tour, and then he did it in Switzerland and France last year. Touring there, but he's just semi-retired now.
Tell me what Ireland means to you.
Oh, Ireland is a fantastic place. When we were young, we used to go over there with my mum and dad. We used to hire a car, go down to Limerick to Tipperary, stay in a farmhouse and everywhere, then go up to my wife, they come from Cavan, up to see all the friends and family over there. We still go there twice a year now.
What does St Patrick's Day mean to you?
An awful lot. It gets everyone out and about. Everyone's come out here, and I've been coming for about 15 of those years, and we've always been blessed with good weather, fortunate, and the same again today. So yeah, very proud. It's great to get dressed up, have a drink, have a ceilidh, and I'm out there to St Anthony's tonight with the Padraig Pipe Band, who are playing this year for the first time in 12 years. They've reformed, well, they've never upped in, but rather they've gone from 4 to 16 now, so I'm looking forward to seeing the Wythenshawe Pipe Band.
When you're here, do you feel like we're sort of in Ireland? There's a little bit of Ireland just for the day.
If we're drinking a Guinness, yeah, but when you see all the colours here, there's more celebrations over here than there will be in Dublin, and it's a bit of drink, no doubt about it. Look in America, Boston, New York, Chicago, we don't match them, but we have a bloody good go.
It's Trevor, Noah, Evie and Joanne, and originally from Cork but live in Timperley now.
Is this the first time you've come down for the Irish Parade?
No, we were here about 3 years ago as well.
It's a lot bigger, isn't it?
It has. We said that a while ago. It's got much bigger. There's a lot more people. Yeah, so there's much more of a buzz.
So as you say, there's great buzz. It shouldn't be too long now. Here we are. I think there's vehicles coming down now. So I'll get back on the pavement. But are you enjoying the day here today?
Yeah, it's really good. We've got our flags and we've got our scarves, and yeah, they're enjoying the music and they're having a good time.
Could I just ask you, again, your name and where you're from?
Yeah, my name's Joanne. My husband's from Cork, which has brought us down here today, and the kids are really excited about what's going to happen next in the parade.
I think it's going to be really bigger than last year. It's going to be quite spectacular, so thank you very much.
It's Debbie Joyce from Whitefield.
Do you come here every year?
Yeah.
Why do you come to the St Patrick's celebration in Manchester every year?
Well, I'm Irish and it's just one of them things.
Where were you born? Where do you come from?
And my family are from Mayo.
Everybody wants to be Irish today.
They do.
They do. What's special about St Patrick's Day and what's special about the Manchester Parade?
It's just a good atmosphere where everybody comes out, gets together, and it's just a good day.
How many of you are here today?
About 8 of us.
And what are you looking forward to most?
Just having a good laugh, a few Guinness, and just having a good day and celebrating our mate's birthday.
And what's your mate's name?
He's Danny Mudd.
So it's Danny's birthday today. Danny, how old are you today on St Patrick's Day?
No comment.
It's his birthday.
21 again.
How are you, sir?
How are you?
How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, you?
Are you?
Well, funny enough, I'm not with my community today. I'm here because of a friend I know, his father died. But my community's Mayo, so I'm on a different float. Really, the father who organises, he died last week. So
they're having the minute silence, aren't they?
yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I thought I'd come along for his float, and my nephew and niece have come along, and they're walking along and going on the float as well.
Fantastic. So tell me a bit more about you. Is it your father-in-law?
I mean, my parents are from Mayo, so I said I'm on the other float. I mean, he died suddenly from heart problems last week, so he was strong in the Heritage Centre, so his float's here, his photographs up there, people got his T-shirts on, so yeah.
Are you having a good day?
Yeah, great day, and the weather's great as well, which is a good thing, yeah.
It's always a bonus.
It is indeed, yeah.
For Radio Manchester to be nice and dry.
Well, you've got to get the green from somewhere to St Ireland, don't they? If you don't get the rain, you don't get the green. So.
It's lovely talking to you.
Okay, that's great. All the best, and thank you. Bye.
How are you doing?
Fine, thanks.
Are you having a nice day?
Having a great day.
Who is it that you're walking with?
We're walking with the Keegan Academy of Irish Dancing.
Fantastic.
Manchester.
And where are you based?
Well, we go to a class in Chorlton, but they have classes in Whitefield as well.
Fantastic. Yeah. And there's quite a few young ones. What's the youngest age that you've got?
For 18, but there's some children younger, isn't there? So I think they're from quite tiny tots all the way up.
Is it in the hope that we'll have the next river dance?
Yeah. Here's hoping.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it was lovely talking to you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks.
We just left the Irish Centre and it's a historical event. It's on St Pat's Day and I'm with
Celtic Tones.
Celtic Tones, yeah, that's right. And who are you? Tell us.
Well, I'm Rita Henderson, and me and my good friend Dee Drake, we formed Celtic Tones just over 2 years ago, and basically we wanted traditional values, no wigs, no makeup, really traditional costumes, and we dance out doing displays raising money for Francis House. So it's an Irish dancing school with very much of a different twist to the other dancing schools.
Is this the first time in the parade for you?
This is the first time in the parade. We do a lot of other displays, but yeah, we've not done anything on a bigger scale as this before, so the kids are just having a great time, all really excited.
Now, what age group do you take them in at to do the Irish dancing? You've got a few young'uns here, I think.
We have. Probably from the age of 5, really. We did try at 4, but unless they know the right hand and the left hand, and obviously the right leg and the left leg. So we say from the age of 5, but they do need to know the right hand and the left hand. So
now, if anybody wanted to join the group, where can they get information from? Is there a website and telephone number?
There isn't our website, no. We've never done any advertising, funny enough. We're actually based in Knutsford, and it's much of a community. The girls are all relatively in the same Knutsford area. So if you're in the Knutsford area, then perfect, pop along. Ask anybody in Knutsford, they'll know who Rita Henderson and Dee Drake is, and we just do dancing on a Saturday morning on Mayheath Lane at the Rugby Club and on a Tuesday evening.
All right, thank you
very much.
Talking to us on Wythenshawe FM.
Thanks.
Enjoy the day. We're with the Irish Community Care, and just tell us a bit about Irish Community Care. What do you do?
We do advice and welfare, we do drop-in sessions, we have a Travellers Project, we also have 6 very active over 50s groups, social activities, armchair exercises, day trips, good fun.
Now the Irish Parade's been going on for a number of years now, hasn't it? Is it about 20 years, something like that?
It is, yeah.
Have you been in every one of them?
Personally, no. I think the rest of them have. It's a sad day for us today because we lost our treasurer on Monday, Michael Cassidy.
Yes.
So his walking stick and his hat are on the bus as a mark of respect for him, and there will be a minute's silence when we get to Albert Square.
That's a nice fitting tribute to him. As you said, it's a sad day.
Yeah.
But the work still goes on.
It does, and you know, it just makes it more poignant on days like this. You know, we've lost quite a few members over this year, so it just makes it more poignant that when we do the social activity groups, that people enjoy themselves as much as possible, because you never know whether it would be their last Christmas, St Patrick's Day, Day, you know, Easter bonnet parade, so it just makes it more poignant that we do our best for everybody.
Have you a website where people can get information if they want to come along?
It's irishcommunitycare.com, and the office phone number is 0161 205 9105, and we have an office in Levenshulme as well. It's 0161 256 2717, and information can be found on the website or by people dropping into the office, or, you know, we're at the Irish Centre on a Wednesday, every Wednesday for the over 50s group. We're at St Mary's in Levenshulme, St Richard's in Longside, St Anne's in Stratford, Sacred Heart in Gorton, and
busy,
the Hub
really.
in Salford, yeah.
All right, enjoy the day today.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for talking to us on Wythenshawe FM.
Thank you.
We're going to move further down. I'm going to see if I can get someone from the Donegal Association. I like to see the centre of Manchester come to a standstill. Hi. Hello. Are you alright? I'm from Wythenshawe FM. Hi. Do you want to have a little chat with me? Tell me a bit about yourselves. What's your name, my lovey?
Ewan.
Ewan. And tell me, Ewan, who are you representing?
Donegal. Association.
And tell me about it. What is it that you're here to do? You're going to walk with your parade, yeah?
Yeah, Granny Emily. Yeah.
And is your family here today?
Yeah.
Who's your family?
Just my grandma.
Your gran? Which is your gran? Number 23? Or is it the one dancing around? I reckon it's the one dancing around. Are you having a good time?
Yeah.
So what is it that your association does?
Don't know.
We just come every year because Granny organises it. We've got Grandad driving a cat of the float, so the whole family just comes along.
Yeah. So at least it's not raining.
No.
It's a nice day.
It's better than usual.
Oh, thanks for talking to me. See you later.
Well, I've got up with the St Brendan's GAA float here in the Irish Parade, and I'm talking to, what's your name?
Jerry Byrne from French Park.
Right, Jerry, tell us a bit about St Brendan's and what happens there.
It was formed by a Roscommon man 53 years ago from Loughlin, Michael Mangan, and we just have Gaelic football teams from senior all the way down to under 8s, under 6s maybe.
Now, from Friday night when I was watching a book signing that Alan Keegan done.
Yes, I was there.
Yeah, you were there, yeah. Very, very interesting to find out that you've done very well over the years.
Yes, we have.
So what kind of tournaments have you won over the years? Tell us a bit about that.
Well, in my time we were very successful in the 80s and the 90s, and we had a bit of a slump in the early 2000s, but we're definitely on the way back again. And we run Peters to a point last year, and they went on to the All-Ireland quarter-finals. So football in Lancashire is on the up.
If somebody wanted to come and join your group,
yes, we've got
how can they do that? They've got a website,
and all the other clubs, O'Sheens and St Mary's and St Anne's, we're all gone modern.
Okay, thank you very much for talking to us, yeah. Well, I've got up with one of the tractor drivers in the parade. You've been doing this for years, haven't you?
I have, yes. Yes, I've been doing it for quite a while now, yeah.
What does this day mean? The Irish Parade comes. What does that mean to you and the community?
Well, it means a good day, a fun day as well is the most important thing, the fun of it all, and taking part and, you know, just going out, just good to do it.
Now, I've seen you pulling along is it turf at the back here?
Yeah, a load of turf, yeah. That came from Valley Jim stuff in County Meath.
You're not going to throw it to anybody, are you?
No, but I can tell you some.
So this has been transported over, and this is immaculate. Do you see many tractors at all now around like this?
No, you wouldn't see many in this condition. This has been absolutely a lot of money spent on this. Been rebuilt from the ground up. Yeah, from the ground up it's been done, yeah.
Okay, thank you for talking to us. Catch up with you later. What's your float?
Kilkenny Association.
Okay.
We're a former association, but we're representing Kilkenny.
Okay, so tell us a bit about the association. When did it start? What do you do?
Well, Kilkenny Association was founded for many years and then finished about a year ago, but we've carried it on, just doing the Kilkenny float for the last 2 years, coming into Manchester.
And today, with it being on St. Pat's Day, must be so special for you all.
It means everything to so many people, hence the great turnout today. It's always very well represented, but even more so falling on the day. Yeah. Which would have been my parents' 52nd wedding anniversary today.
Oh, lovely. So an extra special.
Always special. Always special.
Okay, thank you for talking to us on Wythenshawe FM.
No problem at all. Thank you.
With Jimmy Ray from the St. Lawrence's in Old Trafford.
Yeah, St. Lawrence's GAA club there. We're based in Stratford, the Old Trafford area.
Tell us a bit about your group then. How long's it been going?
Basically, the club's been going since 1981, and we offer football for Irish lads coming over at senior and junior level. And as a result of that there, we've had underage teams now for the last 30 years, from under 12s to under 14s, right through the minor level. You can see them all out today and their colours.
Have you found that there's more people joining, English and also Irish? Is that happening all over now?
Yeah, that's happening all over the place. Like, basically our club, it's half and half. It's second generation Irish, and it's Irish lads that's made up of that. In fact, some are better players, like Brendan Hargan in there, or English-born lads who come from Leitrim originally.
So if anybody wanted to join and get involved, how did they do that then?
If anybody wanted to get join the club, get involved, they just go on the website, check that out, www.stlawrences.co.uk, and you'll find all the contact details on there. We'll put the information. We're on Facebook and Twitter as well.
So what kind of routine do you do with training? Is it twice or once a week?
The senior and juniors, they train twice a week, Tuesday and Thursday night, have games on Sunday.
It's pretty intense, really, isn't it?
It's pretty intense, but it's a lot more fun for the kids. They're out on a Saturday from 3 o'clock down to Turnmoss onwards, and that's really enjoyable for them.
All right, thank you for talking to us on Wythenshawe FM.
Brilliant,
have a great day. And with another association, it's St Mary's GAA.
Yes, that's correct. We're based in Levenshulme, and we were established in 2002.
So you've been going a long time.
We have, as I say, 2002, and we're currently 2012 under 12 league and county champions, so it was a big achievement because we're only a small little club. We've only got about 45 members. We don't have a senior team, we're just a juvenile club, and the children come from all backgrounds, not just Irish, and they love playing the game.
I've spoken to a lot of people on the parade who are also football clubs, and they're saying they're doing really well.
Yeah.
And you are yourself. So is there that rivalry between you all?
A little bit, of course there's a little bit of rivalry, but at the same time we're all striving for the one thing, to promote Gaelic football in Lancashire, and for the little 6 clubs that there is, we hold our own against the big counties. As you'll see, the senior club is county champions, so to be all Britain champions is fantastic for the clubs coming from Manchester.
So from your club, have you had anybody that's gone on to do great things?
Well, some of our children represent Lancashire and go over and compete in Ireland, and they're now playing, they're still continuing on. They go over to Fela. Fela is a big competition that's held every year, and the 32 counties in Ireland compete. So for children to go over from Manchester to compete against the counties over there, it's amazing. Some of our children might only have 6 games a year, maybe 10, where in the clubs in Ireland they could have 30 to 40 games. So, to compete at that level, it just shows the calibre of football that we're producing here in Lancashire.
So if anybody wanted to get involved in your club or group, how do they go about that? Is there a website?
We don't have a website, but you can contact me at Brenda Harkin on 077 46 79 8609, or they can go on the GAA website and they'll find our details on there.
All right, thank you for talking to us.
Thanks
on
very
WFM.
much. Thank you. Bye bye now.
Come on, Lawrence, let's have a chat.
Yeah, no problem.
Right.
You know Ollie from Evan June, my compadre here.
Oh, hello, Ellie. Lawrence, you must be really chuffed about this, being one of the main sponsors, about the parade, the way it's gone this year.
Oh, it's fantastic, yeah. We've not finished it yet.
No,
we're only halfway into it. I'm knackered already.
How do you do it
anyway?
How do you do it every year then, like this?
Oh, it's dead easy. You just put one foot in front of the other.
You know what I mean, don't you?
I've got my chocolate. I've got my bar of chocolate, so I'm
lovely stuff.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Aye.
Lawrence,
how are you keeping yourself?
Not bad at all. Lawrence, I'll catch up with you later.
Fine, you don't want me to sing. Are we on air now?
We're talking, we're recording, yeah.
Okay.
So what we'll do is...
you know we've got the most famous team in England, don't you? St Mary's football team.
Yeah, they've been telling me.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic.
Great success.
All the flags of the 32 counties with us. They're all carrying them, waving them in the air. And we're doing actual training as we're going on. We can't make training later, so we thought we'd do a bit of training as we march.
Do you do a bit yourself, Lawrence?
I do a bit of shouting on the sidelines.
All right, take care. Thanks for talking to us.
Happy St Patrick's Day.
Look at you all dressed up here, eh? How long have you been waiting in the parade now for this?
About half an hour.
Half an hour. Do you come every year to watch the parade?
Yeah.
And what do you think of the parade as it's passing? What have you thought so far?
Brilliant.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Thank you for talking to us. We're on Wythenshawe FM. With the Irish Democratic League. Tell us a bit about it, yeah?
Michael David was a man. He was involved in the Land League of Ireland. But he more or less, him and Parnell, they're more or less killing farmers they set up in Ireland. So these farmers had to be, they decided with Parnell and David to give the land back to the people of Ireland.
How many years have you been in this parade for?
40 years.
40
years I've been in the IDL.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
And do you do the parade every year?
Yeah. But the IDL was formed, I think, in about middle 18th century. It's been going ever since.
Really?
We have clubs in Lancashire, Haslingden, Warrington, and the Brian Borough over at Haydock.
So it's quite fairly widespread then?
It's widespread throughout the country, yeah.
Do you have a website at all that people can go on and get information?
We have a website, but I haven't got it yet.
Okay, so if people just have a look, they can Google you and they'll come up.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, thank you for talking to us on Wythenshawe FM.
I'm still at the junction of Cross Street and King Street. Probably here in the background, the parade is coming down Cross Street now. The crowd is getting quite excited. The anticipation's been building up here for about an hour now. Wow, I've never seen so much green, white and orange. And the lead parade is being led by 3 enormous Irish wolfhounds, followed by the Mayor and the Manchester councillors. And behind them is White Band.
I'm Councillor Pat Carney and I'm the President of the Manchester Irish Festival. We have a huge Irish community in Greater Manchester, a lot of Irish people in Wythenshawe, and every year, St Patrick's Day, we have a great fun day. There's hundreds of children here today, all having a great time. This will be part of their memories of growing up in Manchester. So we're very, very proud of the Irish community to our city.
Is it bigger than ever this year?
It looks bigger. I mean, the parade is bigger. I know the parade is bigger, but the crowd here in Albert Square is the biggest I've seen. I mean, it's been dreadful weather all week, as we know, and even last night. But the sun's out today, and everyone's come down having a great time.
Could you tell me about your Irish heritage and why this is a special day for you personally?
I came over from Dublin when I was 9 and lived in Harper Hay in Manchester, and ever since I was a kid, I've always worn my Irish little badge on St Patrick's Day. So I love coming here. The thing that really impresses me is all the hundreds of kids here and all the young people who are all having a great time. And the festival's not just for Irish people, it's for everybody in Greater Manchester.
Good afternoon and happy St Patrick's Day to you all. It's Kevin Fitzpatrick here, the co-chair of the Manchester Irish Festival, also the managing director of St Kentigern Social Club down in Fallowfield. I want to thank everybody that listens in on Wfm for every year getting in contact and for being here today to broadcast the word of the Irish people in Manchester. It's a credit to have everyone out and get involved in the parade. I want to thank the main sponsors, Tourism Ireland, Guinness, Irish Post, Heineken and everybody that advertised in the brochure this year, because without them it wouldn't help. I want to thank Councillor Flanagan and Anne Hadgen-Bone and Brian Kennedy for the parade today, and of course the Lord Mayor for the council. They give us the Albert Square, they give us every area here within the city to have this parade. So it's an honour to have you all listening in and tuned in, and keep supporting us as we support you. Thank you very much.
That's brilliant, thank you. Could you just tell me where you're originally from?
I'm from County Fermanagh in Northern Ireland, and I've been in Manchester 20 years, so more than half my life. So I suppose I'm a Fermanagh Mancunian, is it?
That's great, thank you very much.
Common Association has just gone by, now the Monaghan Association.
Fiona Audley, regional editor with the Irish Post newspaper. The Irish Post has actually been going 42 years now. Manchester is a huge kind of hotspot for us with readership. Many Irish people live here, second, third, fourth generation now as well. The history for the Irish community in Manchester is very strong. Their connections to Ireland are still very strong. St Patrick's Day is a perfect opportunity to celebrate links with Ireland and links with their heritage and their culture, and nobody really does it as well as Manchester does, in my opinion. You feel very Irish if you're a second generation or third or fourth even. You can still feel very Irish. So there's kind of thousands of people who claim Irishness across the country. We represent them and we try to provide a voice for them at the Irish Post. Manchester Irish Festival, which is a 2-week celebration, also does that, represents the community here, but is very inclusive. So St Patrick's Day is the culmination of 2 weeks of festivities celebrating Irishness in Manchester, but it's the day when everyone comes together, the final fling, and that's when you see most of the many cultures that reside within Manchester come together and celebrate a day which may not be their own, but is their own for a day.
Tell me about your Irish heritage.
I am second generation myself, so my parents are both from Galway, Connemara, so west of Ireland. I was born in the States, but I was brought up in London and very much Irish, and just like many second generation Irish people, feel like Ireland is home.
Many celebrities seek out their Irish roots or lay claim to Irish roots. Why is it that so many people want to seek out a little bit of Irish heritage?
Being Irish, there's many kind of traits about Irishness which are appealing and something to celebrate and enjoy. If you look at arts and literature, they're very well represented there. But also we need to kind of think about good business skills, just a very welcoming nation, like to have a good time, but also very forward thinking and moving and shaking in many arenas. And the Irish diaspora has spread throughout the world. So wherever you are, you might hear a name, you might have an ancestor, and you always want to find out, is there a link there? And it's quite exciting when you do, because it's a great place to be affiliated to.
What are you most looking forward to today, St Patrick's Day?
For us, the Irish Post are out here. We're proud to be media partners for the Manchester Irish Festival for another year. What's most exciting is meeting the people. We're painting shamrocks on faces, we're handing out papers, and we're just talking to everyone and getting a feel for every year that the people who come out are different. People come in and out of Manchester all the time, and there's always a new crowd. And so we're just here, we're happy to meet people and to celebrate our Irishness, to celebrate 42 years of the Irish Post, and to celebrate the Manchester Irish Festival being here again.
Can you sum up the Irish character, which presumably persists in the second and the third generation as well? What are the best aspects of the Irish character?
We're innovative, aspirational, we're hardworking, good fun, very welcoming and understanding. We've got a very caring nature, but we're out there to win and to see and be seen, and I think we do very well.
This is John Lowry here for Wfm Radio in Wythenshawe 97.2 and on the World Wide Web. I'm down here at the festival in Manchester. We've had triple the amount of people this year, which is a really good sign. Everybody is enjoying it from all over the place. This year being the gathering to get everybody from all over the world back to Ireland. We also have coverage from the TV network in Ireland, but everybody I've bumped into today, including all the people in the parade, have had a great time.
So which media are here today?
The radio station that is here today, obviously covering everything, is WFM. Also Radio Manchester, the BBC, are covering stuff, and the network of TV Ireland is actually covering it, also beaming it into New York, and I believe they linked up with the Mayor of New York for their festival as well. So I say there's triple the amount of people here.
Tell me what you thought about the floats today and the music.
The floats were all full on board, plenty of music. I mean, even Wythenshawe FM had its own radio car in the float this year for the first time, and everybody seemed to give it a big cheer as it passed the main platform. And there was other floats from all different counties in Ireland as well. and organisations here in Manchester. So everybody gets together and comes together because, as they say, the Irish know how to party.
Tell me about your Irish heritage, and then tell me how this day makes you feel personally.
Well, this day makes me feel proud anyway to be Irish, and my background is from a place called Portmarnock, just outside Dublin, about 8 miles out from Dublin centre. I came over here in 72 to Manchester, and I linked up with quite a few different people in Manchester, including Wythenshawe FM, and I now present an Irish show called The Irish Connection on Saturday morning. I like to give people a great choice of music, whether it's traditional or up-and-coming artists, and also we go on the World Wide Web to all different parts of the world as well, which is quite good as well. But yeah, I do enjoy being here in Manchester, and there's so many different cultures here in Manchester. It's great to have everybody working and linking together.
This is a day where everyone with an Irish heritage comes out to party and enjoy the parade, but also everybody wants to be part of Ireland today, even people that don't have that background. What do you think of that, the inclusiveness of the day?
Well, I think there's such a lot going on in the world today, and I mean, the Irish are all over the world, whether it's in America, Spain, Portugal, Greece. It doesn't make any difference. We've got everywhere, and then we'd like to try and get people back into the society to celebrate the likes of St. Patrick's Day, whether it be in Dublin, in Manchester, London, New York. It doesn't make any difference. We like people to all come together and gel together and have that happy feeling, because there's too many bad things going on in the world, so we like to gel it up and make everybody feel good on that day.
What do you think it is about the Irish character and Irish traditions that everybody wants to share, everybody wants to join in on a day like this?
Well, we like to put it across, and we obviously do put it across, that we are a very welcoming society, basically. We have no airs and graces. We enjoy doing what we're doing, and we like people to get into the same kind of rhythm and get into that same frame of mind. And we don't worry about tomorrow. Leave tomorrow to worry about itself, and basically today will look after itself.
Parade sponsor today, without their help, to cover the band's costs. So give them a big round of applause. On board the wagon, PL Civil Engineering are also the main sponsor of Ullen Gales Hurling Club. Ullen Gales, under the leadership of Stan Murray Hassan, this year brought them to Croke Park for the All-Ireland Junior Club Final. And the last out by the puck of a slither, 3 points. So it's a great honour. It's the smallest club outside of Ireland to get into the All-Ireland Junior Semi All-Ireland Final. So thank you, Ullen Gales, thank you to PL, thank you to Engineering and LWP Training. Here comes the Kerry Association. Come on, give them a big round of applause here. They're always laughing at the Kerry man. I don't know why.
I'm with Father John Ahern. John, you're the father in Levenshulme, aren't you?
St Mary's Levenshulme, yeah.
Now, the thing I wanted to ask you, because the parade's been going for 20 years, hasn't it, or more, and you've done Mass for 20 years of them.
It's been a wonderful event every year, and it kind of brings, you know, it makes us get back to our roots, know where we came from, where we're going to, and then in a lovely way get together to celebrate all that's positive in our culture.
Now, last year we were talking about, with it being on St Patrick's Day, it would be a special event this year. How's that feel for you, being on the actual day?
It's great that it's a Sunday. I think I can remember it being on Sunday before. I can remember it being in Holy Week when it caused a consternation, because you can't celebrate a feast in Holy Week other than Holy Week. So we to bring the feast forward, and people didn't understand it, you know, but the liturgical rather than the cracking and the entertainment part of it, yeah. But this has been special today.
And you must have seen this parade just grow and grow and grow each year. How many do you reckon are actually in this parade this year?
Well, it's funny really, because I could say that I'm a bit reconverted, because I thought the parade had kind of slumped in the last 5 or 6 years, but this certainly has restored my belief in it, because today, coming down through I was I would call it the Pope Mobile, the first car, and it's wonderful to see the turnout. You know, very well organised, you can see, and people have put an awful lot of work into it, and I think it's paid dividends. The only thing you did hear the sadness of our community with the deaths of those two great men, two great friends of mine actually, Patsy Hand and Michael Cassidy, and okay, but we know that's the journey we're all on, really. Yeah,
that's right. Father John, thank you for talking to us.
Pleasure.
And maybe we'll see you next year again.
With God's help. We have a great saying in Gaelic, Go merry mead bio ag an amseo arish. May we be here and alive this time next year again.
Father John, thank you for talking to us on Wythenshawe FM.
How are you out there? I hope it's not snowing. Fermanagh! Up Fermanagh! Up Fermanagh! Thank you, TP Halligan, thank you, Jen, and thanks to all the Fermanagh people! Just come! Up Fermanagh, up Jonah!
Councillor John Flanagan, Manchester Irish Festival.
Can you tell me a little bit about the festival?
The festival's been going for over 15 years now. The parade's been going for 21 years. As you can see today, there's over 100,000 people turned out to. It's probably the second biggest parade in Europe, that's after Dublin, and fourth biggest in the world.
Do you have Irish connections?
Yeah, Galway, Glannamaddy, County Galway.
Anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I'd just like to say happy St Patrick's Day to all the listeners of Wythenshawe FM, and thanks to Wythenshawe FM for all their support throughout the year. John Lowry's been there every single meeting helping us, and have a great day, everyone.
Could you tell me who your friend is here?
This little friend of mine is a 7-year-old Irish wolfhound called Dara. He's as quiet as a mouse. He's got a better temperament than his owner.
Chief Constable, you led the procession today.
Yeah, it's a great honour. My parents are both Irish. My father from Galway and my mother from Dublin. So it's a huge honour for me to be here at St Patrick's Day. But obviously, as I say, somebody of Irish heritage, it means a lot.
What was it like being at the front of all those people representing Ireland and representing Manchester's Irish Parade in its 23rd year?
Well, I think what was amazing was just the number of people in the city and the number of people that come out to watch the parade. Just shows you the strength of the Irish community, but also so many other people wanted to join in the fun. And of course, it's just one of the great parades we have here in Manchester.
And what does the day mean to you personally? Do you do any special celebrations afterwards?
It means a lot to my family, it means a lot to my mother. I think very much about my Irish heritage. I think it is absolutely wonderful that so many Irish people came here and they found prosperity. The fact that I'm a Chief Constable after one generation and got knighthood as well. So it means a lot to me. I'm very, very grateful for my Irish heritage and, all the richness it gave to me, yeah.
And what would you say about the event from a law and order perspective?
We're just always pleased to see the city full of people, whatever it is, Gay Pride, the Miller, St George's Day Parade, we've got Manchester Day coming up. It's just great to see people here in the city. That's what we want. We want the city to be prosperous. We want lots of people to come here and visit and hopefully all be safe and have a good time. It's a great event. It just shows the great diversity of Greater Manchester. And Manchester, it's our strength. Our diversity is a strength. The fact that so many people have come here from so many different communities and on the whole all get on, rub along and have all found prosperity here.
It's in me psyche. Ladies and gentlemen, before you leave Albert Square, on behalf of the Manchester Irish Festival Committee, my co-chair John Flanagan, I want to thank you for coming out today and making today so special, showing how many Irish is in the town in Manchester. Thanks to all the sponsors, Heineken, Guinness, Tourism Ireland, and it's all about the gathering this year, so travel back there, give a little few pound back because things are hard. Things are hard here, but you'll always get work, and we do stick together in culture, arts and dancing and everything else. So on behalf of everybody within the Manchester Irish Festival, I want to thank the Lord Mayor for giving her time today. I want to thank the main Galway man himself, Peter Fahey, and his boss Tony, for being here and making it all so special. Have a great day wherever you go, whether you stay here at O'Brien's Bar. Thank you all very much. Be safe, be merry and be good. Thank you.